The Steam store is always bursting with incredible deals, and this week is no exception. From classic JRPGs to emotional roller coasters, I've picked out some cracking games you should absolutely have on your radar this week. If you want to know if it's Steam Deck verified, check the graphic in the bottom right. I'll always try to add it there if there is any information available. With that said, grab a brew, prepare the wishlist, and let's dive right into this roundup of must-buy Steam deals. Kicking off this list is Tchia, a soulful open-world adventure inspired by New Caledonia, a celebration of island life, culture, and freedom. You play as Tchia, a young girl on a journey to rescue her father, armed with nothing but courage and a mysterious ability called soul jumping, which lets her inhabit animals and objects. You will glide through jungles, sail across turquoise waters, and explore a world that feels alive at every turn. The movement alone is superb, climbing, leaping, and soaring with fluid animation and soft, painterly visuals. Music and folklore are woven into the story, giving the game a warmth that feels genuinely human. It's not about rushing or collecting, it's about discovery, rhythm, and connection. If you loved Wind Waker or Journey, Tchia is in that same spirit, reborn with a personal, cultural heart, and right now is on sale for £6.24 or your region's equivalent, a 75% discount until November 24th. From island skies and ocean winds, we shift to a more intimate kind of journey, one drawn by hand and bound by family. Greak, Memories of Azur, is a hand-animated, side-scrolling adventure about three siblings trying to survive an invasion. You'll swap between Greak, Adara, and Raidel, each with unique abilities, solving puzzles and fighting back together. The art direction is breathtaking, and its orchestral score and fluid animation give it a cinematic feel that few indies match. What makes it shine is its tone. Gentle moments of hope stitched between bursts of tension. It's heartfelt, tight, and built with care. Every reunion between the siblings feels earned, and every separation stings. It's reminiscent of Ori and Hollow Knight, obviously not as polished, but Greak is an overlooked experience that deserves more love, and right now is the perfect time to pick it up, as it is currently 75% off, costing you just £3.99 or your country's equivalent, and is on sale until November 17th. Up next is a story about one island, one mystery, and endless questions. The Witness is a first-person puzzle game that drops you on a deserted island filled with strange panels, and every single one is a lesson in observation. You learn by doing, without tutorials or dialogue. The island itself becomes your teacher, each puzzle expanding your understanding of how perspective shapes the world. It's quiet, meditative, and brilliantly designed, with a minimalist beauty that invites curiosity. There's no combat, no timer, just you, the environment, and the satisfaction of seeing patterns you didn't notice before. It's one of those games that rewires your brain the more you play. This is a must for all puzzle fans who crave something that respects their intelligence. The Witness remains excellent and is just £5.99 or your currency's equivalent, an 80% discount until November 20th. And now for a game that comes from the same creative mind that kickstarted the whole indie revolution. Braid is one of those games that defined the indie scene, a puzzle platformer built around time manipulation, consequence, and discovery. The Anniversary Edition rebuilds it in 4K with lush hand-painted art and over 15 hours of developer commentary that explores every idea behind its design. You rewind time to solve puzzles and unravel a story that's as poetic as it is mysterious. What starts as a clever mechanic slowly becomes something much deeper, a reflection on mistakes, obsession, and a desire to control what we can't. It's introspective, haunting, and still feels ahead of its time. If you missed this years ago, this is the perfect way to experience a gaming masterpiece and a defining experience for all indie fans. And you can't say no at just £3.35 or your region's equivalent, a huge 80% discount until November 20th. Next up, we're moving to the trenches for something far grimmer. Conscript takes the DNA of classic Resident Evil and drops it straight into World War One. You play as a lone French soldier searching for his missing brother amid mud, fear, and chaos. Supplies are scarce, every encounter is dangerous, and the claustrophobic pixel art makes every shadow feel alive. It's atmospheric, tense, and refreshingly different. A survival horror game that's more about endurance than empowerment. The sound design deserves special mention. Gunfire echoes in the distance, screams fade into the fog, and silence becomes your biggest threat. It absolutely nails that perfect blend of old school horror and modern polish. If you're a fan of Signalis or the classics that inspired it, this is one to watch. A chilling reminder that maybe, just maybe, our lives are pretty blessed. Right now, you can pick up this unique and gritty take on war for £9.59, a 60% discount until November 17th. And moving away from the mud, it's time to build something above it all, something fast and peaceful. Falconeer's Chronicles expands the world of the Falconeer into a tranquil yet ambitious city building experience. You construct fortresses, towers, and trade routes across a massive cliffside landscape and floating islands, all seamlessly in real time. There are no micromanagement spreadsheets here, just creativity and rhythm. You will sculpt your world while the ocean swells below, painting your own story into the clouds. The result is equal parts relaxing and majestic. A builder that feels as meditative as it does meaningful. It's about shape, flow, and atmosphere, not the stress. And for fans of lore-rich worlds, this deepens the Falconeer's universe beautifully, and goes a long way to proving that creation on its own is a rewarding experience, especially at £7.19 or your region's equivalent, a 55% reduction until November 20th. Our next game revives a hidden gem of the JRPG era. The Alliance Alive HD Remastered unites 9 heroes trying to reclaim their world from the demons. Its story unfolds across multiple perspectives, all converging in a grand old-school narrative that rewards exploration and experimentation. The Ignition battle system pushes you to think strategically, while the world map opens up piece by piece like an unfolding tapestry. The HD upgrade polishes everything without losing that charming, hand-drawn soul. It feels like a long-lost PS2 classic brought into the modern age. Simple, sincere, and ambitious. For all of you who grew up with classic JRPGs, you will absolutely love this. Even with the upgrade, it looks a little dated, but it's a great journey and is currently 80% off, setting you back just £7.99 or your country's equivalent, and is on sale until November 14th. Up next, we have a game all about chaos, comedy, and absurdly big numbers. When it comes to tactical RPGs, nothing goes harder or weirder than Disgaea 5 Complete. You play as Tchia, a vengeful demon leading a rebellion against an overlord. But really, it's just an excuse to play the most ridiculous stat-building sandbox imaginable. You can grind characters to level 9,999, throw your allies across the map, and deal damage in the billions, all whilst laughing at how self-aware it really is. The combat system is deep and flexible, rewarding creativity as much as optimization, and the Complete Edition bundles all of the DLC content for endless replay value. It's bright, fast, and unapologetically eccentric, a game that turns min-maxing into a performance art. The Disgaea series delivers in all areas, and is somehow still a massively underappreciated franchise that offers nearly endless replayability with every entry. Right now, Disgaea 5 Complete is just £7.49, a 75% discount until November 14th. Next up is something smaller, softer, and full of heart. Cat Quest 2 is a brilliant, colourful, fast-paced action RPG that lets you play both as a cat and a dog on a quest to reunite their warring kingdoms. It's light-hearted but smartly designed, with simple combat that hides surprising depth. Dungeons are quick, side quests are packed with charm, and the whole world is bursting with puns that actually land. Co-op mode makes it even better, turning it into the perfect couch or deck companion. It's breezy, beautiful, and endlessly replayable, a low-stress adventure that still rewards exploration. For anyone burned out on heavy RPGs, this is the perfect palate cleanser. Cat Quest 2 proves that fun doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it just needs a cat, a dog, and a sword. Right now, you can pick up this gem for just £3.24 or your currency's equivalent. That's less than a coffee. Cat Quest 2 is on sale until November 17th. Our penultimate game, Backpack Hero, takes something as simple as organising your inventory and turns it into a whole roguelike adventure. Every item you carry affects how others behave, so managing your backpack becomes its own puzzle. Place your gear cleverly and you'll survive deeper into the dungeons. Mismanage it and you're toast. It's a clever twist that mixes Slay the Spire with Diablo-like loot lust. The runs are fast, fun, and always surprising, and the village building between each run adds a nice layer of long-term progress. It has great replayability and works perfectly for quick sessions. On the Steam Deck, it runs beautifully and is dangerously addictive. It rewards clever thinking over brute force and is surprisingly in-depth. Backpack Hero is a brilliant little experiment that just works and is currently £8.37 or your region's equivalent, a 50% discount until November 17th. This is a no-brainer for 30 hours of gameplay in a unique twist on the genre. And now, to close things out, let's go big, tactical, cinematic, and filled with superhero spectacle. Marvel's Midnight Suns takes the tactical DNA of XCOM and fuses it with deck building, RPG depth, and superhero drama. You create your own hero, the Hunter, and lead legends like Blade, Iron Man, and Ghost Rider against demonic forces. Battles are card-driven, but don't let that fool you. Every move feels cinematic, chaining abilities and combos with satisfying punch. Between missions, you will explore your base, build friendships, and uncover personal stories that go far beyond Marvel fare. Firaxis nails that balance between tactics and character work, delivering one of the most replayable superhero games out there. If you've ever wanted strategy with style, Midnight Suns is the perfect closer, a blockbuster in turn-based form, and is currently a huge 85% off, costing just £7.49 or your country's equivalent, and is on sale until November 17th. And that wraps things up. 11 games providing bang for your buck, from cuddly co-op kingdoms to blockbuster Marvel tactics. Every title here brings something unique to the table. If one stood out, don't wait. Sales like this never last long. I appreciate everyone watching. I understand these sales get dangerous for the backlogs and wallets, especially with the holidays and Black Friday coming up. But be sure to keep tuning in. There are always bargains to pick up. Drop your favourite in the comments and let me know what's been running best on your Steam Deck lately. If you found something new today, let everyone know. With that said, thanks for watching, stay cozy, and I'll see you around.